to the Bhokar Kriya, a condition in which the heart gland ruptures during this Bhokar Kriya. Normal sky or void is having the premise. The universe or Mahakas has no premise. That is why it does not appear initially. Everything is visible in this void, vast expanse or Mahakas. Daivatam is fearful. Dvaitam is fearful, sorrowful. And Advaitam is full of abhayam and happiness. That's what they say in Sanskrit. Dvaitam bhayavaham. Advaitam abhayavaha. So that is why one should be steadfast in Advaita and should get rid of grief. To see, to know, to hear, to know God is to express the sattva in the transcendental or gunatita or nirgunavastha state. There is no longer any seeing, knowing, hearing or knowledge. The fickle mind that sees becomes fixed in the nirvana. Self is the form of the soul sun, the pure light. This Nirmala Jyoti belongs to God, like a great pure white. Whenever the yogi is situated in the Kutastha, then the pure serenity itself illuminates. Then the pure serenity, S-E-R-E-N-I-T-Y. So the pure serenity itself illuminates. This universe or Mahakas is Brahma. If the yogi stays in this state for a long time, then he himself becomes the radiance of a pure soul. This soul sun is at once in the form of a drip, that is Bindu. The soul sun is at once in the form of a drip. Sometimes there was infinity. Sometimes the soul sun was filled with the radiance of the thousands of suns. Sometimes the soul sun was pure emptiness. R. He appears to be Rithim, the creation of boundless majesty, and the production of the cosmic cosmos take place from this Atma Surya itself when it is pure or void. Again, the Rithim becomes merged into the soul sun itself. Akhanda Mandalakaram Yaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tatmai Sri Gurave Namaha. I am an integral zoner. My charisma pervades the entire universe. Such guru status visited by the disciple respect the teacher with Namaste. Mantra chanting concentrates the mind. Then there is the vision of the gods. This is Khanda Gnanam or peaceful knowledge. But this is not the end. Self-knowledge is the ultimate knowledge. And this is the way to liberation. This omniscience is the path to salvation. The omniscience is the path to salvation. Mantra is a state of self-realization. There are mantras for the knowledge of the gods and goddesses. there are various scriptural procedural pilgrimages, worships, and so on. But they cannot give or provide for self-knowledge or self-gain. Kriya, Yoga, Prana, Karma is the way to this. The mind arises as soon as the life becomes unstable. Mantra is the state of stillness when the restless mind is relieved. So mantra is a state of mind. As soon as it becomes vital, the mind is relieved. As soon as the it becomes vital, mind becomes relieved. That is to say, the preparation or success of that mantra is based on prana karma. Preparation or success means siddhi. In Sanskrit they call it as siddhi. Translation for this in English is preparation or success. So the mantra is relativity, which means dependence on one another. So different scriptures, pilgrimages and worships are the basis for this mantra. In fact, the sages set up arrangement, tricks, and training like mantra and worship to attain the enlightenment of the mind and afterwards to gain soul philosophy. For example, a kalacham or vessel is first set up during Bhashya Puja or external worship. This kalacham represents our body. Water poured in that kalacham is without color, is it not? The water poured in that kalacham is without color. Water is not having any color or form or shape. It is a replica of Brahma. Water takes its shape or form depending on character, shape and color of the vessel or kalacham. The soul is a replica of the same ingredients poured into that kalacham. According to Markandeya Shastri, the body is like a cell or a urn, U-R-N, or a urn, or urn, I don't know. How do you pronounce it? The body is like a cell or urn that wears the form. Ordinary human beings do not know the Atma that is present in this ghatam or cell called the body. The sages established this external worship with the intention that these ordinary human beings would be able to attain this Atma, gradually understanding the real purpose. But ordinary people, thinking falsely that these outward worships are supposed to be true. Ordinary people thinking falsely that these outward worships are supposed to be true. These people are still holding the same view. In that kalacham you will put 5 mango leaves, mavidakulu. The 5 mango leaves put above this kalacham symbolize prana, apana, yana, samana and udana pancha pranas. They are driving this body. Sandalwood and incense symbolize the fragrance of this body. That is why it is common for us to smell these fragrances among those who perform Kriya Yoga. Now and then, instruments such as the conch and the bronze bell are rung. R-U-N-G, rung. Now and then, instruments such as the conch, shankham, and the bronze bell, ghanta, are rung. When the Apana Vayu in the Muladhara chakra below the navel and the Prana Vayu in the heart, that is the oxygen in the Anahat chakra, come together, the 10 kinds of Anahata sounds are heard by themselves. Anahata means shock, which is the sound that comes out without hitting, but not heard in the outside world. It is not audible to the physical ears. Number one. The first is the sound chi, heard incessantly. The second sound is the sound of firefly, jum sound. The third is the sound of Shudra Ghanta, which means a distant bell. Number four. The fourth is the sound of conch, that is Shankam. The fifth is the sound of veena, musical instrument. The sixth is the sound of melody. Is a combination of the above 5 sounds are a bronze instrumental feature. The sixth is the sound of melody. Is a combination of the above 5 sounds are a bronze instrumental feature. Number 7. Seventh is the sound of murali or flute. This is called Pranavadhvari. The eighth is the sound of mridangam, an instrumental feature. Number 9, Nagavati. Nagavati is the sound of Shahanai. Shahanai sound also you will hear during your meditation. Long bell means the temple bell. That sound also you will hear. When I was telling about this Kriya Yoga in a program held at Nurivid in Andhra Pradesh, the people who are gathered there to hear the Kriya Yoga lecture have very clearly heard the sound of this long bell, that is Gudi Ganta. Apart from this, the Kasara knife is the beating of a round plate in the shape of a bell. These are things I hear many times. Then there is a sweet taste in the throat. I saw the light before my eyes. I listened to Omkara Dhvani for a long time. I heard the sound of bell. My wife, Subhalakshmi, heard these sounds many a number of times. Omkara Dhvani could be heard by my wife, Subhalakshmi, who is an yogini, passed away on 28/12/2020. Afterwards, these sounds are not heard while doing the best Kriya Yoga Prana Karma. The sages composed instruments to suit these sounds. The instruments which we are hearing in classical music, this mudangam, all these things were shaped on these instruments which we heard during meditation only. Then, in Bahya Puja, they will use Bilva Patram, Tridala Patram. In Bahya Puja, they use Bilva Patram, Tridala Patram, Maredu leaf representing Sattva, Rajo, and Tamo Gunas. But Mared Patram is having 3 leaves that represent Sattva, Rajo, Tamo Gunas. That means you are offering to the feet of the Lord in worship as a symbol of renouncing these gunas. The rishis or sages made these arrangements as replica of renouncing these gunas and attracting the sadhaks towards Kriya Yoga Prana Karma. The flower symbolizes beauty. We offer flowers also in Bhakya Puja. They symbolize beauty. The soul is eternally beautiful. Our soul is eternally beautiful. As a symbol of this, the sages arranged the flowers in the puja to attract towards Kriya Yoga Prana Karma. All these things were made in Bhakya Puja only to attract you towards Kriya Yoga Prana Karma. Remember this one. The delicious fruits used in Bhakya Puja or external worship were formed as a result of long Kriya Yoga Prana Karma. After doing actually long Kriya Yoga Prana Karma, you will get a fruits. To present that one, delicious fruits used in Bhakya Puja or external worship were formed. The fruit is accepted as a symbol of peace and performing a long Kriya Yoga Prana Karma. The fruit is accepted as a symbol of peace. The fruit is accepted as a symbol of peace after performing a long Kriya Yoga Prana Karma. How to awaken the intuition, that is the Kundalini awakening, by doing introspective pranayama. And after this merging into Atma is arranged by lovers of humanity, that is Rishis. These different types of pilgrimages, external worship, japa, tapa, that is penances and fastings are arranged. Moreover, a story was created for each pilgrimage or tirtha to keep it entertaining. They call it Sthala Puranam. Really happened or not, it is immaterial now. A story was created that is called Sthala Puranam. Why? In each pilgrimage there is a Sthala Puranam. They say here Anjaneya is the Sthala Rakshak or something like that they will say. Here Ishvara is the Sthala Rakshak or something like that they say. Here Venkateswara Swami is the Sthala Rakshak or something like that. So all the stories were created for each pilgrimage or tirtha to keep it entertaining. These are the Shiva Puja, Durga Puja, Vishnu Puja, etc., which were done to guide the common people towards Dharma path. No matter how many ways external worship is done, it is useless if it does not lead to the self-worship. Oh Kriyavan, Kriya Sadhak, listen to Omkar Dhvani. The cauldron was lit by Omkar. Visit the various deities seen in this Omkar Dhvani. Constantly immerse the mind in this Omkara Dhvani. Break the delusion. Cut off the Omkara Dhvani with this sword. Cut off the Omkara Dhvani with the sword. It is very difficult to speak when the yogi's mind is stable. Hence, the yogi will not speak. You understand? Some people say, हमको बहुत तकलीफ हो रहा है बात करने के लिए. Yes, it is difficult to speak when the yogi's mind is stable. Hence, yogi will not speak. There will be pressure or blow on the heart. This is because the yogi suffers from this kind of pressure or blow when he is forced to become volatile, when there is no air volatility in the body with a fixed mind or fixed soul while speaking. That is why it is better for the yogi to be silent. When the yogi has khechari siddhi, when the yogi has khechari siddhi, he is always able to remain silent in the void. What is siddhi? Suppose you have passed BSc, that means BSc का सिद्धि हो गया आपको. That means you have got the siddhi of BSc. You have done MSc. That means you have done you got the siddhi of MSc. That is siddhi.
When I'm not speaking to anybody, Guruji, like let's say I'm doing office work and nobody's talking to me, I'm just doing my work. And at that time, can I sit in Kechari and do the work?
Wonderful. What a question you ask. Wonderful.
Oh.
That is advisable.
Okay. Praveen ji used to do that.
Nishchalam Brahma Uchyate. That is the stillness of mind is Brahma. Nasti buddhi rayuktasya. Nacha yuktasya bhavana. A person who is not fit in spirit or Atma does not have a spiritual mind. There is no real meditation. The one who adopts the path of truth may suffer temporary physical failure. The one who adopts the path of truth may suffer temporary physical failure, but the spiritual bliss they attain is indescribable in this physical world and in the astral world.
Guruji, one more question. This temporary physical problems, are they, you mean to the body or materialistic problems they may face? And is that because they are undergoing some test?
Temporary problems you will get only to the body. To some extent to the astral body also. Afterwards you will not get any problems at all.
Is it because it is a test, Guruji, in the initial phase?
Yes. The one who adopts the path of truth may suffer temporary physical failure, but the spiritual bliss they attain is indescribable in this physical world and in astral world. Sarvatra satyam eva jayate. That is, truth is ever victorious. Sometimes we send astral messages to the people. So you will say, who will hear, yaar? Who will hear? But that astral messages definitely will reach you. So what happens? Certain ideas you may not get, but suddenly, all of a sudden, you will get an idea. Where from this idea has come? That idea will come from the Guru. Remember this one. Some people may be afraid to do something, to talk something like this. But when we send them astral messages, they will get the courage. So the substance is not real. Padartha yadartha nahi hai. The substance is not real. Only soul. The soul knowledge is the truth. Absolute truth. Follow the path of dharma. Stock, barrel and gun. Follow the path of dharma, stock, barrel and gun. If untruth is spoken by anybody with body, mind, and that means it is inherent in his nature. Remember that is inherent in nature. That is why he speaks some truth. The cells inside the body also evolve in the same way. That is why the cells inside the body evolve in the same way. The latter leads to a state of disbelief in himself. Sometimes you won't believe yourself. It happens. And sometimes you may say openly, I never thought, I never believed it will happen like that, but it has happened. But whereas a yogi will never say that. That is why in Gita, Lord Krishna instructs us to practice yoga in answer to the question asked by Arjuna as to how it is possible to hold the mind for a single moment. But it may be possible to hold the Vayu. To understand? Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramadi balavad drudam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudurkaram asansayam mahabahu मनोदुर निग्रहं चलम अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येन च गृह्यते. Understand? Do introspective antarmukha pranayama. Then in addition to the 49 gases inside, gases means vayus inside, the core prana also stabilizes. Do introspective or antarbukha pranayama. Then in addition to the 49 vayus inside, the core prana, mukhya prana also stabilizes. Then the mind also becomes stable, and the mind prepares the rhythm in the mind. This is known as the state of manmana. This is called the state of manmana. God says in Bhagavad Gita, manmana bhava, mad bhakta. This is manmana. This is actually manmana. When you give a word to someone, you have to keep it. Otherwise, don't give. When you give a word to someone, you have to keep it. Lest you will be indebted to dharma, even in this world and in heaven. That is why once you say, yes, I will be with you, Tataya, you must be with me, that's all. No matter what it may happen. You must have that courage, willpower. Okay? When you give a word to someone, you have to keep it, lest you will be indebted to dharma, even in this world and in heaven. So don't lie in life. This is our one and only one duty. This is our one and only duty. Keep in mind the following. Number one, must to do Kriya practice for life. Okay, you must to do Kriya practice for life. Number two, give Kriya with the permission of the Guru. Number three, think of all other women as mothers except wife. Think of all other women as mothers except wife. All men except her husband should be considered fathers. Read or listen to a chapter in the Gita every day. If you are married, do not give up your family. Be in family and do Kriya Yoga, sadhana. Abandon meat, egg and fish. Do not drink alcohol. Do not smoke. Bath with tepid water. Bath with tepid water. Drink lukewarm water. Do not carry heavy weights. Rama was the son of Dasharatha. Dasharatha is this body with 10 senses. The body is a chariot. The soul that is in this body and guides it is Rama or Dasarathi. Lord Rama is a resident of Ayodhya and also is undefeated. The blue of Lord Rama is a symbol of infinity. The blueness of Lord Rama is a symbol of infinity. You understood, I think, what is the blueness. Dhanush is the body of Lord Rama. Dhanush, Kodandam. In Sanskrit, they call it as Kodanda Rama. Kodandam is the body of Lord Rama. Breathing is arrow. Janaki is the wife of Sri Rama. Jana means the volatile state of life. Rama Namam is the original mantra of Omkaradvani. In this way, human life will be successful if name of Rama can be known from Omkaradvani itself. When life ceases to exist due to the natural causes, then this body also perishes. When life ceases to exist due to natural causes, then this body also perishes. But in this state, there will be ritual or karma samskar. But in this state, there will be ritual or karma samskar. Therefore, the karmic being is born again. The theology of Brahma Gnan is to know myself. When life ceases to exist due to natural causes, then this body also perishes. But in this state, there will be ritual or karma samskar. Therefore, the karmic being is born again. Others will not be born. Only karmic being, when you are bound by karma, then you are born again. Either today or tomorrow after 2000 years. Theology or Brahmagnan is to know myself. That's all. Okay. I think this is sufficient today.